I'm confused. Are we selling the book or the author?
Since it's probably yet another self-insert, a little of column A, a little of column B.
Isn't she my age? Why is she writing herself into stories where teenage boys fawn over her?
There really isn't a comfortable answer to that question. Emotional stunting is involved, I'd wager.
What? You've never wanted to have 36 teenage boys fighting for your affection?
Sure. When I was a teenager. But I guess this shit's popular for a reason.
I wouldn't know.
Guys? Can you stop putting down stuff you don't like and, do your job? 'Cause, these are good books, alright? And for the record, they're not, self-inserts. The author, even said so. They're all, really, different.
I'm certain that you're a lot better at noticing the subtle differences between her protagonists than we are, Lucy.
Duh. You have to have, a deeper comprehension of, the psychological archetypes that dictate individual, reactions to the various scenarios they find themselves, in. Plus, it only makes sense to have similar characteristics for protagonists within, the genre. It's, far more identifiable to a wider audience to, keep them vague and obscure.
Plus, I'm sure they all have totally separate, unique hair and eye colors that set them apart from each other.
This from the guy who reads manga.
Hey, I never said I wasn't a hypocrite.
Okay, guys, seriously, we've only got, an hour to get this display up because we need to, close down on time today. We can't, afford to go over time again.
What does it matter if we go over? We're already closing down. It's not like we need to save the budget for next year. Literally, this is the last new inventory we're getting. Ever. This is our fucking legacy as we close our doors.
Well, this is a bookstore. With e-readers and Kindles and stuff like that, we couldn't have reasonably expected to keep up with the competition.
But this isn't about competition. It's about community. We host parties, we read books to children, we hold gaming tournaments here. Why aren't more of our customers fighting to keep us around?
Because this is also a business, and we're a fish out of water in the age of electronics.
Look, I agree that it's sad, don't get me wrong, but, it happens, you know?
It's absolute garbage that it happens, and you know it. We put so much into this store to make it work. I've spent the last 5 years of my life bleeding into this store, only to see that no one else seems to give a shit.
Maybe all that blood was the problem.
Shut your damned mouth, old man, and get that poster up. We have a display to something or other before we close on time, because God forbid we go over by 5 minutes.
You guys are way too sarcastic for your own good. Whatever, I'm gonna put these pre-orders behind the counter.
Hi! Welcome to the Golden Binding. I'm sorry for all the mess. It's rare for someone to come in this time of night.
Wow. That sounded like an automated recording. Are you some sort of fembot or something?
If she were, I bet she'd get her job done faster.
Shut up, Max. I'm glad I sound professional, at least. How can I help you? Were you looking for a particular book?
Nah. If I want a book, I'll just get it on my phone. I just heard this place was shutting down, so I thought I'd check it out.
Yes, we are, unfortunately.
I wouldn't say unfortunately. This place is shit.
No wonder it's closing down. You're charging $3 for a hardcover?
As we're closing our doors within a couple of weeks, a lot of our merchandise is marked down. We want the books to go to a good home if we can.
God, you make it sound like you're adopting out kittens or something.
Well,
If you need help with anything, please let us know.
So when do I get to drop a book on his head?
You can't do that, Max. Come on.
What, or I'll get fired? That's not exactly a big concern to me right now.
You could get arrested for assault. I wouldn't particularly care, mind you, but we need everyone here to get everything packed up and ready to go. I can't do it alone, and Lucy doesn't do heavy lifting.
I'm not so sure you couldn't do it alone. You've been carrying the store at least as long as I've been here.
Longer. I'm no longer the perky 20-year-old turning in my resume. You know, once upon a time, I was actually excited to work in a bookstore. It was my dream job, be surrounded by literature, culture, stories as far as the eye could see.
Oh, yes, as far as the extremely nearsighted eye can see in this tiny bookshop.
Look, Max, this store, it means everything to me. I can't afford living on unemployment, especially with Mom's health getting worse. And I don't think I can do anything else. My skills are pretty much sell books. And without any other bookstores in the area, not even a chain store, I'm kind of shit out of luck here.
That's not true, Sophia. You work harder than most people I know. I'm sure you're going to be just fine. It's old butts like me that have a hard time finding a new job.
Shouldn't someone your age already own your own business anyway? What's next for you, greeter? Or maybe that job is reserved for fat ass over here.
Now look here!
Sir, did you need help with something?
Oh, cut the bullshit, sweetie. Unless you're actually stupid enough to want to help someone who's insulting you.
If you're not interested in buying anything today, I would like to respectfully ask that you leave the store. We have a lot of work still left to do, and openly antagonizing the staff here isn't helping that.
And if I say no?
I don't know, sir. Would you like to test that out?
Aw, what are you going to do? Call the police? They wouldn't touch me even if you told them I held you at gunpoint. My dad owns this city. I can do whatever I want.
Can you guys, take a step back? Or 3 dozen? That would be, far more appropriate.
No. I think, you should, stop talking.
Why is it always the cute ones that are dumb as shit?
I'm sorry, what?
I'm sorry, was that too difficult for you? Your voice is annoying.
I don't know what was so difficult about step the fuck back, but if you keep touching my hair, I will bite your thumb to the metacarpal.
Oh boy, did you just threaten us?
It sounded like she did. That's not a smart idea.
Color me terrified of a bunch of bourgeoisie entitled douches.
I don't get it.
Of course not. Hey guys, leave the lady alone. She clearly can't handle you guys right now.
But it's so boring in here.
Oh, come on. You know I always say, the only people who are bored are boring people. Get creative. I'm sure you'll find something to do in here.
This stack is far too uneven. You guys can't even get books the same size to line up right? Try again. Only this time, don't be so fucking stupid and do it right.
What about this one? No. Far too much pink going on over here.
Looks like you shitheads can't do anything right. Look at all this that needs to be redone.
Knock it off!
Are you insane?
No way! They're trying to help you. See, they're being productive.
Stop them! Now!
No,
Why the hell not?
because I don't do what other people tell me to do. I do the telling. That's how this works.
I can't believe this! How can you be so entitled?
Because I'm rich, bitch! I get to do what I want, and my friends get to do what they want, and no one can touch me. Have you figured out your place yet? Maybe I could help you learn.
Get out of my store.
Excuse me? I just told you, I don't do.
Huh?
What?
Now listen here, you fucking brat! I don't give a fuck who you are or who your family is. I don't care if you own every goddamned cop in the state. You are so unbelievably full of shit that I bet that fancy cologne of yours is meant to cover up the stink. Who taught you it was okay to behave like this? To treat others like literal garbage? How dare you shit all over people who work harder in 1 hour than I bet you've worked in your entire goddamned life? How dare you condescend to me and try to tell me what my place is? I take pride in the life I've lived, difficult as it's been. I've had to earn that pride. People like you and your little gang here are the worst. You're given everything, every advantage, and you use it to trash a store that's already closing down, to insult employees who have nothing left to lose. Well, guess what, buddy? I look down on you. Because no matter what I do, I'll always be better than some little hot shit who plays with his daddy's money and pretends to be a big man when he's just a fucking man-child who will someday realize that no one wants to play with him anymore! Now get out!
You bitch. Just you wait until my father hears about this.
Go right ahead, Malfoy. I'm sure your father will be proud that a fat bitch like me took you down in one hit after you and your friends terrorized our store. I'm sure he'll be even more impressed when I take the footage of your harassment to the media. I bet that'll help whatever business he's up to.
No, right. On that exceptionally self-righteous note, we're out of here. You'll regret saying that, you know.
I sincerely doubt it.
Seriously. Come on.
Yeah, beat it, you little punks.
Like, I just bet they're like so intimidated, Max.
I could have headlocked him easy. Softs. Hey, kiddo. You okay?
That was stupid. That was really stupid. I didn't really just slap that dumb kid, did I?
Are you kidding me? I'm gonna ask Timothy if I can have the footage from the cameras. I mean, yes, it was stupid. But if we all gotta do one stupid thing in our lives, slapping the smarm off a brat ain't a bad one.
I think I just unloaded about 5 years worth of fuck you all at once. That guy just rubbed me the wrong way. Remind me of just about every entitled little shit who's come to our store. With everything else going on, I just lost it.
I think now is as good a time as any to dump that baggage anyway. I mean, what can that asshole even do to us? We're already closing and losing our jobs.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I bet he's gonna throw a little tantrum, realize there's not much he can do about it, and then he'll move on to whatever spoiled brats do with their lives.
Exactly. And then he'll be out of our hair for good. Are you fucking kidding me?
This has to be a joke.
No joke. I thought you, of all people, would be happy about this, Sophia.
I just don't understand. We got everything all packed away. We scrubbed the store from top to bottom, all because we thought we were closing 2 days from now. And you're telling us it was all for nothing?
Not for nothing. We still have to clear the floor to make way for the construction, and technically the Golden Binding is closing in 2 days. But the good news is, instead of closing her doors forever, the store is going to host a grand reopening.
How?
Well, you know, I made some bad decisions when I took over the Golden Binding. I thought sticking to what had worked for her in the past would carry things forward. But we've been steadily losing business, and the money I put into running the store just disappeared. That's why I had to put the place on the market, to try and make back some of what I lost.
So what are you saying? Someone bought the place out? Don't tell me this is going to be a new store.
If that's the case, I'm definitely not sticking around. I was already prepared to lose this job anyway. The last thing I want to be part of is mainstream retail.
No, I mean, yes, someone bought the place, but she's staying the Golden Binding. The new owner insisted we keep everything the same, including the staff. That's what I was saying. We're not actually closing anymore.
New owner? Like, who is stupid enough to, buy a dying shop and try to, keep it exactly the same as it was when it was failing? That's, the dumbest idea.
I have to agree with Lucy here. Don't get me wrong, I loved what the Golden Binding was, but it's clearly not following a formula for success. Who would dump money into something that's proven to not work?
Oh, trust me. We're not following the same pattern as before.
You?
Oh, good. You remember me. That makes this easier.
Oh, you've met before?
We sure have. It's this fine employee that changed my life. If not for her impassioned speech about the future of this store, I might have just gone on with my life, taking advantage of my father's hard work.
Bullshit!
Oh no, I mean it. My father set aside a trust for me for whenever I found something I wanted to invest in. I had to be serious about it. He sure was shocked when I came into his office and showed him the contract I'd had drawn up.
I don't believe you. You bought this store because of what I said? That doesn't make sense. The way you left, I thought you were going to try and get revenge on...
Wait, revenge?
Oh, nothing to be worried about, my good man. She just said some things that kicked me in the butt, too. Literally.
Timothy, you can't let this guy take the store. He'll run it into the ground.
I think I already did that well enough. Besides, this kid's got some great ideas for the future of the store. I think if you give him a chance, he'll really turn things around here.
I think what she means is that he'll burn it to the ground. I wouldn't put it past this asshole.
Now, is that any way to speak to the new owner?
No, but it's the perfect way to speak to someone like you,
Ha! That fire is exactly why I believe in the future of this store. I can't wait to work with you.
I don't know about anyone else, but, I'm going to keep a direct line to the police on my phone at all times. I'm just saying.
You guys are being paranoid, I swear. He's shown me blueprints of how this place is going to look once construction is complete, and has even lined up book signings with some local authors. This kid's a genius, and if you let him, he'll get the golden binding back on her feet again. Well, gotta go grab my kid. He's got half a day today. Brian, I leave everything in your capable hands.
So, what happened to keeping everything exactly the same?
I want you guys to stay just the way you are. You did wonders for me already. But if we're going to keep up with the modern world and keep the store going, things will need to get updated a little. Don't worry, I've already had the best minds working on how to improve the place without changing what it is at its core. Mine included.
Oh, that inspires confidence. Oh, wait, what's the opposite of that?
Like the phrase you're looking for is intense anxiety and growing panic.
Yeah, that.
I love the absolute horse shit you were feeding Timothy, by the way. I changed your life? My impassioned speech about the future of the store?
So I might have given a few white lies about my motivation for buying out this store. Why do you care what my reason behind it is, so long as I revitalize the place and let you keep the job you so sorely need?
Because it's coming off like you're just vindictive enough to buy out a store just to spite me, and that's rather worrisome.
You're right. I am. But I'm also serious about making this work. After all, owning my own business is a good way to ensure that I'm not just playing with my daddy's money. And I wasn't lying when I said you were the inspiration for doing this either.
I guess I should just be grateful you didn't decide to hire some hitman or something after I slapped you.
Speaking of that...
You didn't!
Oh, man! The look on your face... I can't believe you took that seriously! Man, you are too easy!
You're such a child! Ugh! I can't stand assholes like you!
We'll see about that.